Okay, just warming up here. And just dangling my dry fly. And of course, nice fish right away. Come on. All right. Okay. Come on. Get that hook out of you. Please. One thing about dry flies is sometimes the fish do have a tendency to take them fairly deep. This one isn't super deep, but it's enough that it's difficult to get it out quickly. So I'm just keeping the fish in water here. And gonna just get my forceps out and quickly, there we go. Oop. Now let the fish go. All right. Yes. Okay. So I'm fishing a small little creek today, mainly populated with rainbow trout. Get these forceps back into place here. Thank you very much. Okay, and it's early in the morning. The water's about 13 degrees right now. Very decent temperature, right in the prime threshold for the fish. I'm starting with a dry fly, fishing a deer hair emerger. Just picked up one fish right off the start on the initial cast. As I was getting ready to set up at the bottom of the run I was fishing, I decided to dangle my fly into the water below me, and lo and behold, a rainbow trout was looking up and took the fly right away. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to work my way back up with a dry fly. Although I'm also going to dangle a fly down here and just see if there's another one. And I'm sure there is. Oh, and ooh, almost. Trouble is I'm too far away from the camera for you guys to actually see what the heck's going on, so. So how would I do this instead? I fish towards the camera where you can actually kind of see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is a small creek. It's maybe about 25 feet wide. It's early in the morning still. There's no signs of a hatch going on. It's been lightly raining. But because I know there's rainbows in here, I am going to cover the water first, going up from bank to bank with a dry fly. Because I know that if the trout are here, there's a good chance they'll come up after this dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way up as stealthily as I can, kind of keeping this grass between me and the fish and staying in a downward position. I'm fishing some faster water here. Not super fast, just enough that it's broken. And I'm going to fish all the way up and see if I can pick anything off with a dry fly first. I'm using primarily a upstream presentation here, mainly because it's small enough of a creek that I can't really let it drift down past me here right now. I can kind of, a little bit. If I move slowly and I stick to the edge, which I'll try to do here, but for the most part, this is a small creek, I want to just keep fishing upstream of me here. Beautiful little water here. We'll see if I can get anything more in the dry fly. If not, I will turn over to the nymph. I'm actually just going to stick behind this grass and come through on the other side here. So I'm keeping a little bit of cover between me and the fish. Just try and move slow enough that the fish don't know I'm here too much until hopefully I hook one. Come on, trout. So the shallower, slacker water is on the inside of where, towards me, closer to me on this side of the creek. Right down the middle is some really good riffle, some white water caps. And that's where I'm going to expect the fish to be. Nice long drift down here, but so far nothing is coming up for it. For my deer hair emerger. What I'm using is mainly just like a bit of a searching pattern right now because there's no hatch on. And a deer hair emerger will cover almost anything. Okay. Almost covered most of this water with a dry fly. Enough that I think I'm gonna maybe go down to the bottom and give a little bit more of a try down there because I already had caught one and had another one hit in the slack water down there. So I want to see there's another one down there to be caught on the dry before I switch over to the nymph. Fishing the shallow water like this, it's no more than a foot deep. You got to be fairly quick and tight on your line all the time. You don't have to give your fly a lot of time to sink here because it's not too far for it to sink. There's not enough depth. And the fish are going to move fairly quickly onto something if they see it, especially small rainbow trout like this. These fish are very aggressive. And when they make their mind up to take something, they just go right after it fast. Just trying to cover this bottom of this pool thoroughly because I did get that one nice hit there and I saw the fish turn on the fly. I think I may have spooked him off and I might have to give him a rest. Maybe he'll come back. Okay, just gonna walk up 5 feet for another casting position. And I was keeping my fly in the water as I was walking as well. It's always important. Some of the best fish you catch are when you're almost trolling your fly behind you as you walk along. Oh, come on. Oh, and that's a stick on the bottom. That baby was not coming off either. Let me see what I can throw on here now. What I'm going over to now is another hare's ear nymph, but this time with a silver bead. just to change it up a bit. It's not as bright of a day right now. Mostly cloudy, a little bit of drizzle that came down earlier. A little bit silvery bead will just shine just a little bit more brighter without being too overpowering, because it's not bright enough to be overpowering. But it'll show up just a little bit more than the copper bead was that I was using before. That might just help stimulate something. A little bump there. Fairly small fish, I think, though. Oop. That's not a bad one. Bring them up against the current. Wow. Oh, yeah. So that fly change gave me immediate results. That's what you like to see. Make a fly change, catch a fish within 30 seconds. Let's see if we can do that again. And there we are again, another one. Perfect. Not a giant, but beautiful fish anyways. There we go. Come on. Thank you, fish. All right. There you go. Okay, I think that's a successful fly change so far. Don't you? Let's see if we can pick up another one on it. Clearly, the silver bead is very attractive to him right now. I don't think there was more than just a couple of fish in here. And I think that last one I caught was maybe the same one I caught on the dry fly earlier, which is interesting. Shows how fast they can reset, especially when you give them two different approaches. Nymph versus a dry fly. But I think I'm happy now that I've covered this little spot enough. I think it's time to head back up towards where the camera is and fish the other main part of the creek there. Oop, oop, oop. Ooh, I think that was a stick. I hope that was a stick, and that's my excuse. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. A little slingshot cast does help you get underneath some of those overhanging trees at times in those small little pockets. I'm just going to come up closer now. Oop, that's not a big fish. He's a good little scrapper. All right. Probably 20 centimeters. No. All right, nice to pick up a couple after dropping some fish there earlier. Maybe it's the silver beaded fly is getting them to commit just a little bit better. Sometimes it's amazing what one small little change can do. Sometimes it's just a matter of the fish being able to see the fly better so they can react to it better. And when you're fishing fast water like this, fish don't have a lot of time to react. That fly's going past them pretty fast. And it is, does happen that they miss it. Or they only partially hook themselves. What you need is, you got to be able to see that fly and have the time to commit to it. So. Small little guy, I think, hit there. That would be a stick. It's actually right in the shallow water. Shallow enough that I don't mind walking out there to get it, because I don't think I'm going to disturb the fish, because I don't think there's anything more sitting right here. I'll unhook my fly and I'm going to work just a little bit further downstream of me. See if I can catch one of those fish down there. Well, I say I'm going to unhook my fly, but it's still yet to be determined if it's going to be possible. I always usually try and use my foot. Okay. Now, it's always interesting to see, once you've disturbed a run like that, does that shut down the fish? Sometimes it actually picks up the action a little bit, wakes the fish up. Sometimes it just moves the fish down to another position and now they're more on edge and actually more aggressive. Let's see if that's what's happened here. Most of the time, though, it just spooks everything and nothing ever wants to hit again and you've just blown it all completely. But, hey, I'm hoping for the former. Maybe it was the former. Oh, you're a fat little fish. You guys are really liking that overhanging tree. Definitely that silver bead has made a huge difference. Fish are completely committing to it, unlike what they were doing before on the copper bead.